Surviving the Harsh Desert, Australian Deserts. My Country by Dorothea McKellar.
I love a sunburnt country, a land of sweeping plains, of ragged mountain ranges, of drought and flooding rains. The above is an excerpt from the poem by Dorothea McKellar, written in 1904. In England, when she was feeling homesick for Australia, and she wanted to express her love for her country and her appreciation for its beauty. The poem talks about Australian interior, known as the outback. Almost half of Australia is arid country, referred to as the desert. Deserts are characterized by dryness or aridity, caused by low rainfall and high water loss from evaporation. There are many different types of deserts, including hot deserts, cold deserts, and coastal deserts by the sea. Hot deserts are located near the equator, with day temperatures reaching more than 38 degrees Celsius. However, night temperatures are very low.
Australian Deserts. The Great Sandy Desert and the Simpson Desert in Australia are hot deserts. Sand dunes dominate some deserts, while others are flat and smooth, or have low rocky hills. A large part of Australia's arid region is grazed by cattle.
Before the colonisation of Australia, Indigenous people lived in all areas of Australia, including the arid regions. Indigenous people used a variety of strategies to overcome the problem of inadequate water and make survival possible. Traditional life was nomadic, looking primarily for water as well as food. Indigenous people had a good knowledge of the landscape, therefore assisting them with finding water supplies. The location was learnt through stories and songs.
Deserts do receive some rain, which can come suddenly, in the form of thunderstorms and causing flooding. Due to hot weather, this water quickly evaporates, and some weeks later there is no evidence of this rain. Captain Charles Sturt. Captain Charles Sturt explored the desert during his expedition in 1844, making the following observations.
The heat now has become so great that it was almost unbearable. The thermometer every day rose to 42 or 47 degrees Celsius in the shade, whilst direct rays from the sun get to 60 to 66 degrees Celsius. However, the night was so bitterly cold that we were glad to put on anything to keep us warm. As we descended from the ranges, I observed that all the water I had seen glittering on the plains had disappeared. The stillness of death reigned around us. No living creature was to be heard. Nothing visible inhabited that dreary desert but the ant. Even the flies shunned it. And yet its yielding surface was marked all over with the tracks of native dogs. The only trees growing in this terrible place were a few acacias in the hollows, and some shrubs, all of low growth. There was no grass, neither were the few herbs that grew on the hollows, such as the horse would eat.